Hey guys, how's it going? Shashank here. In today's video, we'll be talking about the Fossil Sport smartwatch. I recently purchased this watch and there's definitely a few things you need to know before making this purchase. For example, I'm going to throw up two images on the screen right now. One image says I'm getting 3 hours worth of usage out of a full charge, while the other says I'm getting 1.5 day worth of usage out of a full charge. Why does that happen? Is the battery good or bad? That's one of the things we'll be discussing in today's video. If you're planning to buy this watch, I'd highly recommend you watch the entire video. Hopefully this is the only review you need to watch before making a decision. If that's the case, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel for more content like this, and yeah, let's get started. Firstly, let's start off with how the watch looks. The watch looks absolutely stunning. It's very beautiful, especially the gold variant. The Fossil Sport either costs you 10,000 Indian rupees or 18,000 Indian rupees, depending on whether you buy the 41mm or the 43mm. The first thing you need to know is the watch does come with 2 GB worth of storage if you're buying the 41mm. Amazon says even the 41mm has 4 gigs worth of storage, but that's completely false. If you're buying the 41mm, which costs 10,000 rupees, you get only 2 GB worth of storage. The watch does have a 50-meter water resistance and supports up to 10,000 strokes while swimming. The Fossil Sport is extremely light. It's even lighter than the Apple Watch. According to me, this watch weighs around 35 grams and the Apple Watch weighs around 42 grams. The watch does have an AMOLED display and gets really bright. It's easily visible even when you're out on a sunny day. The strap is made of silicone and is interchangeable. If you own a previous Fossil watch, it doesn't have to be a smartwatch. You could use those straps on this watch as well. If you want a leather strap, you could go to the Fossil website and buy them. It is on the pricey side, but the quality is just incredible. The watch is really comfortable on the wrist. It feels quite snug when you wear it. The watch comes with 3 buttons, the middle one acting as a rotating crown and the other 2 which are customizable buttons. Out of the box, the top button is set to trigger your Fossil Themes app, while the bottom one is set to trigger the Google Fit app. The Fossil Sport comes with Google Wear OS installed, which runs on the Snapdragon 3100 processor and has a 512MB RAM. The watch is packed with sensors. It has a gyroscope, an accelerometer, a heart rate monitor, NFC and ambient light display. The watch does come with a microphone but does not have a speaker. So if someone calls you, you can accept or decline the call with the help of your watch. But then if you want to speak, you need to pull out your phone. The mic is provided so that you can use Google Assistant on your watch. One quick tip I'd like to give you guys is just make sure if you're looking at any other watch in this price segment, it runs on Wear OS, because the Huawei smartwatch claims 2 to 3 weeks worth of battery, but then it has its own OS. I don't know how reliable the software is. I'd recommend you probably go to another YouTube video and then check the reviews. If the watch does get regular software updates, then you're probably good to go, but you're gonna miss the Google Wear experience. Speaking of software updates, I've received 3 updates till date. One right after I started the watch for the first time and 2 other updates during that week. I've been using this watch for 2 weeks now. The pre-installed watch faces you get with the Fossil Sport is pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's top notch. Me personally, I'm very satisfied. But if you're one of those people who like to design your own smartwatch, there is an app called Watchmaker and you could design your own watch face. If you're too lazy to do that, don't worry, there's like a million watch face applications on the Play Store. You could just download one right away. That's another advantage if you buy a smartwatch which runs on Wear OS. Other softwares don't really give you a variety of watch faces to choose from, and I don't personally think they update their watch faces regularly. The UI is quite smooth and fluid, but when you first set up your watch, you might face a lot of lag. The reason being, when your watch connects to the Wi-Fi for the first time, it updates all the pre-installed apps in your watch and starts downloading the latest Wear OS software. Right after all the apps are updated and your software is up to date, all you need to do is restart your watch once and then your fluid experience starts. Let's move on to the battery and performance. There's definitely a few things you need to know here. Fossil claims 1 day worth of usage, which is not completely false, in the same time not entirely true. Why is that? If you turn on your heart rate sensor and your Wi-Fi simultaneously, the battery drains extremely fast. You'll probably get around 12 to 14 hours worth of usage. But if the heart rate sensor is on and Wi-Fi is turned off, it'll easily last a day. So what do I mean when I say when your heart rate sensor is on? The watch does have a feature where it records your heart rate throughout the day with interval of 20 minutes. Me personally, I have that feature turned on and my Wi-Fi is on only when I'm charging the watch, so that if there are any updates, the watch starts updating. I don't personally see the need why Wi-Fi needs to be turned on throughout the day. As long as your phone is connected to your smartwatch via Bluetooth, you'll get all the notifications and the experience is basically the same. So to sum it all up, if Wi-Fi and the heart rate sensor is turned on simultaneously, you'll probably get around 10 to 14 hours worth of usage. If your Wi-Fi is turned off and your heart rate sensor is turned on, you'll probably get around 18 to 22 hours worth of usage. If Wi-Fi and the heart rate sensor is both turned off, the watch will last you about 2 days. If you're planning to save a lot of battery, what I'd recommend you do is turn on your heart rate monitor only when you work out. So when you use your Google Workout app, you could choose what kind of workout you're doing, and the heart rate sensor is on the entire time. It records your heartbeat throughout your workout. According to my experience, you lose about 25% worth of juice for 1 hour. The remaining 75% will probably last you around 1.5 days. Once your battery reaches under 10%, the watch automatically turns on battery saver mode. So in this mode, it only displays your basic time and date information and blocks all of the features. When you have 10% worth of battery and your battery saver mode is turned on, the watch will probably last you around 12 to 14 additional hours. The watch takes 40 minutes to charge completely. It does not come with a USB port, but you get this, where the charger snaps to the back of your watch with the help of a magnet. One thing I really like to do is control the volume with the help of the rotating crown. It's just so satisfying and works flawlessly. So that's it for today's review. I'd highly recommend this watch, especially at this price segment. I'd give this watch a solid 8.5 on 10. It loses the 1.5 point because I just feel like the battery could have been better. I think a software update can fix it, so fingers crossed. On a whole, it's a great watch, highly recommend. If you guys have any questions, hit me up in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer them. With that said, thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if it helped you, subscribe to my channel for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care guys.